This morning show, Maney, Roy, and LauRen, Kiss 95.1.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh,
How you feeling, buddy?
I'm feeling, I think, the same.
Okay.
I'm not feeling worse.
Wait, are you feeling the same as the beginning of the show yesterday or the end of the show yesterday? Because it went downhill.
I'd probably say the one I was ending the show yesterday.
Okay.
I've been pretty consistent.
Roy revealed yesterday around, 8:45 that he went to the doctors, not feeling great, and you have what?
Well, there was E. coli.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you have E. coli, which it just sounds so scary.
Yeah.
If anybody knows anything about E. coli, give us especially if you're a nurse, maybe you're heading into work.
But I don't know. It's not the E. coli that makes you throw up.
All right, 704-570-9595. Real quick, if you're a nurse or someone that knows anything in the medical field, call us real quick.
Roy, stop throwing poop.
I'm not doing another show with you with E. coli if the nurse says that it's very
not
contagious.
I promise you, it's not contagious for, us to be around him.
Yeah.
It's contagious if,
I mean, if I've made food.
Yeah.
If I made food and you guys are eating my food. So, because I've now been sick, 2 weeks? This is my second week. I got sick last week. I was all dizzy and whatnot last week, and then this is the second week. So my mom is like, all right, I need to come down here and figure out what the hell's going on with you. So I meet my dad halfway in Salisbury. He's, by the way, has no conception of his life as a boss. With Quagmire and our big boss Walter, we respect them and we do what they say, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think my dad fully understands his employees do that. So I was up there and I met one of his employees, Roger, and Roger and his wife is a big fan of our show, by the way.
Oh, nice.
And they're great people. And my dad tells Roger, who works on multiple of these gas stations all throughout North Carolina, he goes, "Oh, I didn't know you were going to be at the Salisbury location today. I thought you were in Winston-Salem." And he said something like, "Yeah, I just had to go fix something." And I'm like, "Dad, he probably found out his boss is coming to Salisbury, and he wanted to make sure everything was running right."
Right.
Yeah, but sometimes as a boss, you got to drop in on people that don't know.
Right, but Dad, Dad, I don't think Dad thinks that way. I don't think Dad thinks that. I think Dad's like, "Oh, that's interesting. He's just in town."
Right.
I'm like, no, he found out his boss. He found out boss is coming.
Right. Like when my dad was the captain for TWA on the airplane, he was in charge of the airplane the minute the door closed. And, he tells me how proud he was to be the captain. He still says, he's the captain in his house. So my dad overdid on the opposite side. He overdid it.
Yeah.
When it came to, being the boss. I told you that my dad, when he used to fly, he would toot in the cockpit, and they would smell so bad they would pull their oxygen masks down.
Oh, my gosh. Jeez, Vince. I wonder where Maney gets it from.
That's so funny to me. Hello, who's this?
This is Ashley, I think, in Mint Hill.
Yes.
Hi, Ashley.
Hey, how are y'all?
Okay, so are you in the medical field?
My husband is. So I kind of know a little bit about it. I know that there's two different types of E. coli. One is a bacteria, one is a virus.
What do you have?
Bacteria.
He has bacteria.
Yeah, so he probably has the bacteria one. And that's usually found in UTIs.
Yeah.
That's what he had.
And then the virus is what you pick up from other countries.
Okay, so the UTI one, bad for Roy, not bad for Maney and LauRen.
Exactly.
Okay, good. Thanks, Ashley. Have a great morning.
You too.
Thanks for listening.
It's so funny because I got all these other things wrong with me, and I've never experienced where your doctors are like, "Well, yeah, your body's more focused on fighting off E. coli, not everything else."
Yeah.
And I'm like, I think that's so funny. Your body operates that way. Your body's
knows
like,
what
let's
to prioritize.
Let's go after this big problem, and we'll just screw the respiratory infection and everything else.
Kind of like the way our radio station is run.
Kind of.
Let's focus on
the
this,
problem.
and then everything else will fall to crap, but we'll deal with that later.
That's exactly what my body's doing.
Your body's kiss.
Yeah.
All right, we got a ton to do today. $1,000, 8 a.m. We've got Gravediggers Ball tickets, 7:20 this morning.
VIP experience, by the way.
That's right.
Where you can meet Macklemore and John Bellion at 7:20.
And Meridith and Ryan are going to join the show at 7 a.m. this morning. They're the couple who back in May we hooked up after she overheard his phone number at CVS. We called him live on the air.
Yep.
They dated all summer. Suddenly, she wants to come on with an update. Only producer Nicole knows what's going on. We'll find out live on the air at 7 a.m. I want to tell you, I think I saw a UFO this morning.
What?
Can I share that story?
Yes, please.
You guys are going to die laughing when you hear that it wasn't what it really was.
Okay.
All right, give me like 8 minutes.
When I wake up,
I get up with you guys every single morning, and I don't think I'd be able to make it to work if it wasn't for you guys.
Oh, thank you.
This is Charlotte's Morning Show. Maney, Roy, and LauRen. Kiss 95.1.
Hey, we got to talk about this new law in the city in New York, where we're big on the anti-bullying Stand Up Speak Out campaign.
Huge.
All right, so in 10 minutes, the city in New York has a new law that affects the parents if your kid is guilty of bullying, and it's a serious law. We'll tell you about it coming up here in just like 10 minutes.
Okay.
So I'm driving on 485 coming into work.
Yes, this is the UFO story.
This is my UFO story. So it's dark. Let me get some good music for this.
Okay.
Little,
What was the name of that show?
the Something Zone.
X-Files.
No.
I can give
Well,
you
X-Files is
Zone,
good.
yeah.
Twilight Zone is what I was looking
What
for.
was the other one with Scully and Mulder?
That's the X-Files.
Thank you. That's the one I want.
That's what Roy just said.
I didn't hear him, as
Well-
usual.
Yeah. So when our boss says you talk too much, maybe it's just because nobody hears me.
I know why we talk faster than you.
Why? It's because I'm too slow?
Because you take big breaths before you
I
talk.
do.
I watch you. So you look at, if LauRen and I are having a conversation and you want to get in,
I'll
you go,
But by the time I do that,
Somebody's already out.
you're out.
That's so true. And I've noticed you look at me and you'll start laughing because you know that I want to say something.
He'll go,
And then by the time he does.
yeah, you just got to jump, right?
I know.
Or drink some coffee. We drink coffee, you don't. So.
I don't. Maybe that's it.
I was out of a cannon yesterday.
So tell me what
Okay.
45.
Yes, so 485. It's dark in Pineville. So I get on a Ray Road and I travel, and it's dark from like Johnson Road up to just about the mall.
Is it foggy down there? Because
It's a little foggy
Okay.
and it's dark. The street lights on the highway aren't there or don't work.
Oh,
So
it is
it's a dark stretch. So I see these red lights go flying across the front of my truck. It
Pretty low?
Scares me. Low.
Okay.
Like 18-foot low.
Oh.
And it scares the heck out of me because it was so dark. No other cars were around in this stretch. And all of a sudden, I just see these red lights flash across. Yeah, it was an ambulance going over an overpass.
It was that dark you didn't see the overpass?
Until I got closer. It gave me a good scare, though. I'm like, oh, my God, what is that? Because I couldn't see the overpass. I just saw the ambulance in the fog driving across.
I thought you were going to
man.
tell me it was like some new traffic drone or something
Right,
like that.
yeah.
No, not that exciting. I just missed the overpass. But you can imagine, LauRen, I had a little scare.
Of course.
And I don't know where he was going because the hospital was the other way.
You know, I really think that if UFOs are real, and then now that everybody has really, like, the iPhone 7 has a phenomenal camera, I really would have thought that we have a lot better photos of UFOs by now.
Yeah. I don't know. I always go back to my 6th grade science teacher, I think. Mr. Tao, his name was.
Mhm.
And he had a photo of, like, Earth zoomed way out. And he's like, this is us right here.
Oh, yeah,
And
it looks
no
so
different than
small.
the stars. He's like, why would the aliens choose us out of all these millions of planets? And
Well, it's a livable planet, that's why.
I think there's only like 9 livable planets or something like
plus,
that.
you have This Is Us. That is an amazing
Yeah.
show.
I'm like, sorry, not to shoot holes in your teachers'
Yeah. There's
theory, but
let's be real. There's a certain mixture to get it right for humans to live, for people to live on the surface.
That is right, Roy. Correct. We are coming for you.
So, but I'm not.
We were coming for Roy, then we found out he had E. coli.
so we turned around and went home.
Now we're going back to our home planet of Marshall.
They don't want me to affect the others.
Roy would take out an entire, like,
Species.
species.
I would.
This man is the perfect species for us to bring home and
It'd be-
procreate. Oh my God, he's got E. coli.
It would have been great. They'd be like, "Oh my God, guys, we have another species. We found this other planet, and then I destroyed it." I'm forever in their history as like the devil.
That's so funny. All right, we're going to put our serious hats on here in a second. If you're a parent, you have kids in school, you're going to want to listen. There's a new bullying law in New York State that actually affects the parents in a big way. We'll talk about it coming up in about 10 minutes.
Kiss 95.1 and LauRen. Kiss 95.1.
So bullying is definitely something that we've been it's been a big problem from, I would say, elementary school all the way up through high school and college.
Sure. That's why we started the Stand Up, Speak Out campaign with CMS.
Yes.
Which, if you're at CMS, parents, your students should have got a pamphlet or like a handout where they get to sign up.
I think it's digital now.
Oh, really?
That's what I heard.
Online?
Yep.
Okay.
The students have already been notified how to do it.
Okay. Well, then make sure your kids sign the pledge to stand up and speak out against bullying, and we're going to put on a free concert for a special high school.
Yeah, definitely.
Or any school, not necessarily high school.
But parents, I mean, they should be pretty involved in what's going on in their kid's life. And this, there's a county in New York that feels like they should also be held accountable if their kids are bullying other kids. Listen to this. There's now parents can face jail time or a fine. They could spend up to 15 days in jail if their kids bully somebody twice in 90 days.
Isn't that crazy?
It's a new law.
What do you mean, like crazy as in bad or crazy?
I mean, isn't it crazy that the parents are responsible for the kids? I think so. I'm not at school.
Well,
I'm not in front of
learning.
the child when he's doing it.
I was always told that hurt people hurt people. And if your kid, if they're being, if they're hurting other people, where are they getting that hurt from?
A lot of issues start at home.
Yeah.
Totally agree with that. But, I mean, I have a 4-year-old son. If Dean's a bully at the playground at school, I'm not there.
Mm-hmm.
If I come home and I ask Dean how school was and he says, fine, I don't know.
Well, I would assume that
there'd be a case.
Right, and the schools would notify you, for first offense, and then you would sit down with your kid and explain to them why that's wrong. Now, some kids, it takes a little longer for them to learn than others.
Wait, we do have a couple minutes here, by the way, so jump in if you're a parent. What are your thoughts on this? How many days of jail?
Up to 15 days of jail if your child is found bullying twice within 90 days.
2 weeks of prison, jail. If you have a kid who bullies someone, I just would love to hear from one parent. 704-570-9595.
I knew a guy that spent 6 months, 5 months in jail, and he came out all hard. And I'm like, easy, you're at the county, you know what I mean? Like he's like, I've seen some stuff. I'm like, they gave you razors to shave, okay? If your jail gave you razors, you're not at that hard of a facility.
I don't know, dude. I was drunk on a lake in a boat, and I got put in a holding cell for 30 minutes. It was the worst 30 minutes of my life.
Yeah, I wouldn't make it.
No.
Did you find God in there?
Yeah, no. And I had
30 minutes.
I had a rubber band on my wrist, and when you go in, they take everything off of you, And so the guy's like, what's the value of the watch? I'm like, I don't know, $100. It was a nonsense watch. He's like, what about this rubber band? I'm like,
50.
If you lose it, just give me another one from behind the counter. And how quickly am I going to get out of here? And apparently you can't hang off of buoys on lakes.
Yeah,
that's what I was doing.
That's illegal. Mm-hmm. I feel so really, because I knew a friend of mine, and she was a snot. And it was a lot of, and I'm not going to lie, it was a lot of bad parenting from the get-go.
Mm-hmm.
From the get-go. But there comes to a point that you can't, it's hard to fix it. You know what I mean? And so is the parent really responsible at that point? I don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and I'd like to say that I agree with this law and that this is a great start, but I've also never been put in that position where my kid's bullying somebody, and I'm trying and nothing's working.
Lucy in Lancaster, hi.
Hi, I'm on the flip side of the conversation, but my son, who goes to school here in Lancaster, got suspended for 5 days for bullying. Now, what happened was he was in front of my house, and the child pushed my son, so my son pushed him back, and he kicked my son in the nuts.
Oh,
so my son threw him on the ground. Now, the child didn't get suspended, but my son did for 5 days because he was called a bully, and they said it's considered bullying because it's harassment.
No.
But if your son was pushed first,
that sounds like self-defense to me.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like a scuffle between kids.
Well, the child is in 7th grade, and my son just started 9th grade, and because they ride the bus together, they said it's considered bullying because my son was older. They had to make an example of someone. And I disagreed and fought to the end, but he still got the 5-day suspension.
So what stinks for Lucy, and thanks for calling, is that if that happened again, if she lived in New York, in this city, she could potentially do 14 days.
Yes, or I think it's a $250 fine.
Well, but now here's the thing that I'm noticing with that, right? That was not like a criminal, like a hearing, right? Because any judge would have been like, okay, you were self-defense or this is just petty, let's move on. When you're putting someone jail time on the line, I would hope that they would handle the individual cases a bit more seriously than the way her son's case was handled.
Yeah.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Right. It's not going to be the schools that are handing out these
Jail
consequences.
sentences,
Right.
Right.
Melinda in Charlotte's got a strong opinion on this. Hang on, Melinda. We'll come to you in just about 3 minutes.
Coming up next with the Maney, Roy, and LauRen Show.
And then right after that, we'll look at the dirty, LauRen.
Yeah. So I'll have an update for you on this whole Nelly thing. We won't get too far into it, but I'll tell you what's happening now and what he's now saying. It's all coming up in the dirty in 3 minutes.
Hey, let's say hi to Melinda in Charlotte. Hi, Melinda.
Hi, how are you?
Good. Thanks for hanging on. Right before we got into Bruno Mars, LauRen told us a story about a city in New York that's now going to charge the parents if the kids are busted twice for bullying. You could face a $250 fine or 2 weeks in jail. What do you think?
Well, first of all, I think the jail is a little much, but I do think the parents need to be inconvenienced to take part in their child's life, and your child is a reflection of you. So if they're learning all these behaviors at home, they're going to do that at school. I'm a teacher. We see so many different things happening in the schools and different behaviors, and we can't control every child. It starts at home. And also bullying is something that needs to be repeated numerous times for it to be called bullying. So unfortunately, that parent, that her child had one incident, that technically should not be called bullying, first of all.
Mm-hmm.
Bullying is multiple times. You know, I think this law is great for the bullies that make a kid feel depressed or make a kid, feel just completely awful.
Yeah,
totally.
And they go home crying every day and they hate everything. I think it's good because then you need to hold those kids and those parents, responsible.
And I agree, Roy. And I think Melinda, in this case in New York, although we don't have all the details, my guess too would be that the parents have been notified already once, twice, if not three times that their child is an issue, and now it's like, okay, now we're going to hold your feet to the fire if you don't correct this or help us correct it.
Well, and I think, too, I said it before,
Melinda.
but I'd like to say I think this is a great thing, but I've also never been in the position either, and I feel for people that try and their kid there's something off where their kid feels the need to bully another kid, but it will hold parents accountable to get their child help, even if that's not just what you can do as a parent. Maybe you need professional help to step into.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's right. Well, that's why we're big on the Stand Up, Speak Out campaign with our friends at CMS, but of course we invite all the schools all the school systems that can hear us to be part, and all the kids. If you see something, say something. And I know CMS, ask your teachers because there's a new digital way for you to go online and sign the pledge.
Great.
All right.
Now your celebrity gossip. It's the Dirty on the 30 with LauRen. Sponsored by Sona Med Spa. Kiss 95.1.
So I think this story is hilarious, by the way. If you're a football fan, Bieber might not be on your mind when you're watching football.
Right.
But it was a little hard to get him out of your mind if you were watching Monday Night Football between the Vikings and the Bears, because everyone is now thinking the Vikings quarterback was calling out audibles, screaming Bieber.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, well, listen to this. Yeah, you can hear it.
I mean, and I get it, like Bieber, like I hear that, and also hear Beamer. I don't know.
Yeah.
Hey, we have a pretty good relationship with Cam. Producer Nicole, let's get in touch with his assistant Shane and see if he can, MRL.
That's a good thing to you.
Roy boy.
I've also heard like any female names, like sometimes teams pick like one specific category. So like if you hear an animal, that's an audible. If you hear a female's name, that's an audible.
Tiffany! Watch out for Tiffany.
All right, Bruno Mars, he was doing an interview with Charlie Rose, but also sat down for an acoustic performance, and this is the acoustic version of That's What I Like.
Gold jewelry shining so bright. Strawberry champagne on ice. Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like. Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like.
He was great on SNL when he hosted and performed a while back. I wanted to come back again this season.
Yeah. And as if that song isn't sexy enough, then you throw an acoustic version over it, and you're like,
so good.
You just get undressed.
Remember Bruno Mars was an intern at Pandora?
Yeah, it was a good bit.
On Saturday Night Live at Pandora, they're like, the Michael Jackson channel just went down. They're like, our intern knows how to sing Michael Jackson.
Demi Lovato, she just shared a new trailer from her documentary. She does have a YouTube documentary that's coming out on October 17th. If you want to see the new trailer, we'll have it up for you at kiss951.com. And Miley Cyrus joined Carpool Karaoke.
Oh, you want that?
We can do it in the next 30 if you don't have it.
We can do it.
Of course, she was on the Late Late Show with James Corden, and this is what she did. Miley Cyrus is fun. I mean, I miss the old Miley a little bit just for the shock value, but she's always fun.
Okay.
That's your dirty.
Hey,
I don't know if I miss it too, but yeah.
Give us 3 minutes, and we're going to play for you a brand new 60-second chit-chat where we call a store and ask them the most random things and see if myself, Roy, or LauRen can keep the person on the phone for at least 60 seconds. You need to hear this if you haven't heard it before. It's coming up in 3 minutes.
Hey. This is Charlotte's Morning Show. Maney, Roy, and LauRen. Kiss 95.1.
All right, real quick. LauRen tried her hands at what we call the 60-second chit-chat. You try and keep a person on the phone for 60 seconds talking about the most ridiculous things.
Yes.
What did we do yesterday?
So Roy wasn't feeling so well, so we were trying to find remedies for him, but from a pet store.
Right. So typically you would call a pharmacy or a doctor, but when you call a pet store, here's what happens.
Thanks, Price Plus. This is Courtney. How may I help you?
Hey, Courtney, I have a question.
Yes.
Do your dogs ever get sick there?
Excuse me?
Do your dogs ever get sick? Like, do any of the animals ever get sick?
Like at the store?
Well, my buddy's sick, and...
Hey, how's it going?
Hi, how are you?
Oh, maybe you could help.
Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Because they're baked and 100% all natural. Well, that's even more amazing than taking down old Harvest.
Can I help you?
Hi, who am I speaking with?
George.
George?
Yes.
Do you know what to do for a sick little buddy?
Like, what do you mean sick?
Like my buddy, he's got a bad cough.
Yeah, I'm not feeling so hot.
Okay, well, actually, we're not a vet, so we're not supposed to tell you how to fix it, so you actually have to take them directly to a vet.
Okay. I thought maybe you guys were would be able to help us. I was thinking about just putting him down.
Unfortunately, ma'am, I cannot make that decision for you.
I feel like I have right.
And you have to go to a vet in order for them to do that for you, okay?
Well, can he tell you his symptoms?
No, ma'am. I'm not a vet.
You're not a vet?
No, we're not.
Okay, well, if I'm having a hard time breathing?
Again, sir, you need to go to a vet.
I thought I saw y'all had, like, ointments in there or something.
Sir, again, you need to go to a vet. Unfortunately, I cannot help you.
I should take him to a vet.
When Roy's sick, just take him to a vet.
Me and my talking dog, no big deal.
War of the Roses in 8 minutes, a brand new one. Charlotte and Brett coming up.
Kiss 95.1.
Eligible Firestone tires. Whatever you drive a Firestone. Jim Slade, Kiss Traffic.
Superstar producer Nicole is going to be at the Carolina Blue Zone tailgate tomorrow. Unknown Brewing Company right there near the stadium. Food, beer, unlimited drinks are included from game day hospitality. Make sure you get your tailgate tickets at kiss951.com as the Panthers take on the Eagles.
And you can have some fun with us. Join Kiss 95.1 on Sunday, October 22nd from 12 to 6 for the MRL Brewery Tour. We're going to be with Ragin' Uptown Charters, and we're going to be visiting the coolest breweries in our local area here in Charlotte. Tickets will include your transportation between all the bars, plus you'll get a ticket to the 2017 Gravediggers Ball.
That's awesome. I know we're starting out at Queen Park Social for that brewery tour, and then we'll just kind of hop around. But definitely.
And you get a ticket to see Macklemore? I'm all
can't
in.
beat that. Tickets, by the way, for Macklemore raised. The price raises Friday. So get your tickets right now for that at kiss951.com.
Charlotte has a little bit of a health scare on this War of the Roses. If you didn't hear it yesterday at 7:50, we've got it for you coming up in 3 minutes.
It's like the nature of, like, how it works.
So let me ask you this, since you just confirmed that. Is Charlotte just another one of those people in another city, or?
I mean, she's, like, top of my list. You know what I mean?
Think your mate is messing around? Let's do War of the Roses. Presented by Platinum Hair Bar. Email us mornings at kiss951.com. Up next with the Maney, Roy, and LauRen Show.
Meridith and Ryan, we hooked them up. Is the relationship okay, or is it in shambles? Meridith comes back on the show. We get an update. That's all coming up in 3 minutes with the Maney, Roy, and LauRen.
Maney, thanks for starting your day with the Maney, Roy, and LauRen Morning Show. This is Beasley Media Group's Kiss 95.1.
We want to give you $1,000 with the KISS Cash Code. Hooking you up with all this money. You can win that coming up at 8 o'clock this morning.
And in 20 minutes, we're going to give you VIP to get into the Gravediggers Ball. It's called Trick or Treat for a VIP seat. And even though there's not really a seat, you're going to probably just stand. But who's going to be sitting during Macklemore anyway?
Nobody wants to sit down at a concert.
That's coming up at 7:20 this morning. But everybody's asked about the amazing love story between Meridith and Ryan, which unfolded on our show in May. Meridith was at the CVS, I believe, in Piper Glen, if you want to get specific, which is a little suburb out here in Charlotte. And she overheard Ryan give his CVS card phone number. So she wrote it down on her phone and then called us to reach out to him because she thought it was creepy. And if you don't remember or you didn't hear it, let's take a little listen to it back in May.
Ryan, officially meet Meridith. Meridith, Ryan.
Hey.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. Slightly embarrassed, trying to keep it together, but I'm good.
Oh, don't be embarrassed at all. I'm glad you guys reached out. It's a weird way to do it, but this is great. I was so psyched to meet you and talk to you at the CVS.
So their eyes locked at the CVS.
Yeah.
And things went well, right? I mean, they went on a date after that. We had them on one more time where they said there was a great dinner.
Yeah. He actually owns a restaurant here in Charlotte. So joining us back here on the Maney, Roy, and LauRen Morning Show with an update, this is Meridith.
Good morning, guys. How you doing?
Hey, it's our fairy tale couple. How's everything going?
It was a beautiful summer. We actually spent a lot of time up on Lake Wiley. One of his friends has a boat, and it was just, I don't even know. I feel like Ryan is one of my favorite people that I have ever met. I feel like we got so close. And
it's all thanks to us for calling Ryan and not making you feel so creepy.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It really is. Thank you. But after this beautiful story tale like summer, he just kind of disappeared on me. He's like gone ghost on me almost in the last couple of weeks. And I don't know. I don't necessarily want to War of the Roses with him, but I figure we started on the air. If this is the end of us, we might as well end on the air.
Does that mean that, like, he's not returning your text messages, phone calls, you're not seeing him as often? I mean, what's your circumstances? He moved here to open up a restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's still there. And, I mean, I know that work gets busy and things. It takes them days to respond back to me. At this point, I'm trying not to text because I just feel like it's so impersonal, and I really... I miss the sound of his voice. I miss him, his essence. And so I'll call him and it'll take him days to get back. And it's always like, hey, we'll have to talk later. I'm so sorry. It's so busy. I miss you, But then it's another a long period, 3-4 days of not hearing anything from him. And then another short blurb. And it just feels like maybe there's something else going on.
When's the last time you physically saw him in person?
I haven't seen him physically in a week, but we're talking way, way less than we used to, and I feel like something's definitely going on right now that he's not telling me about.
Okay, so Meridith, what we've done, our producer Nicole has called him, and we're going to bring him on, and we're going to try to figure this out, okay?
All right, thanks, guys.
I feel like this is deja vu all over again.
I know, I'm kind of nervous.
I know, different circumstances maybe. Let's hope not. Ryan.
Yes.
Welcome back to the Maney, Roy, and LauRen Show.
Hey, thanks for having me back.
We last spoke to you in May, and you were new to town. Are you enjoying Charlotte?
Yeah, it's crazy busy, but yeah, I'm enjoying it.
So, because you've been crazy busy, has your relationship with Meredith slowed down, or is there something more going on? Because Meredith's a little concerned that she feels like you're ghosting her.
I mean, I'm glad I came on the radio. You know, I don't want to. This started on the radio, so I don't want to blow you guys off. But this is definitely something we should talk about off the air. Definitely, just me and her.
There is something going on.
I mean, yeah. It's better if we just talk, her and I.
It's okay if they hear. I mean, if you're cheating on me, just tell me. I need to know what's going on.
No, there's no way am I cheating on you. I'm really into you. I'm really falling in love with you. I just there's something going on that I need to. It's like bigger than that, and I don't want to have to tell you on the radio, but.
But Ryan, you have to agree that for the summer that Meredith said you guys had, and the kind of the fairy tale story that how you guys met, and you just said you're falling in love with her. You know you're not doing her right.
No, I know. It's just been so crazy. I haven't found a way to break it to her.
Break what?
What's going on here?
For work, I have to move back to the West Coast. Unfortunately, I'm going back to Seattle, and it's not for a short time. I'm going to have to go for. It's going to be pretty permanent. So.
Oh no.
I have to go.
Well, Ryan, will you still have the restaurants here?
Yeah, I'm going to open up a new one out there.
Oh, how long have you known?
I mean, for the last, I don't know. I would say became a pretty permanent decision within the last few weeks.
So, and I guess I might be putting you on the spot by asking you this, but is the relationship not at the point yet where she might come with you or come to see you?
Like I said, that's definitely a conversation that her and I need to have on our own. I don't know if we're.
Should we ask Meredith?
On the radio.
Yeah.
Oh, Meredith.
I'm sorry.
If Ryan threw it out there like, hey, you could come out with me, would you ever consider moving out of Charlotte?
I mean, I have a really good nursing job here, and I'm invested here with my family and my patients, and I mean, I'm up for a promotion soon, and it kind of sucks a lot. Sorry, I don't mean to cry.
No, you're fine. Hey, that's a lot to take in.
All right, you guys go talk off the air. Ryan, thanks for coming on. And
yeah, man, thank you.
Sorry about this, and there's definitely a better way to go about it than ghosting her. And I get that you're trying to figure everything out, but you know she deserved better.
No, I know.
I hope that you two will call us again. Keep us up to date with whatever happens next.
Yeah, the next phone call better be Meredith. Hello from Seattle.
No pressure, though.
But just tell us this. You would be, if it did work out that way, Ryan, because I need to have a positive close. Like, would you be okay if she came with you?
Absolutely. I don't know if she would ever uproot her whole life and come out there with me, but I mean, if we're going to make this work, it would have to happen.
Okay. All right, you guys. Well, we'll be back in touch. Good luck with everything. Meredith, stay in touch with us.
Okay. Thank you, guys.
Still to come.
That's all you can say after that. I know.
Does the show really have to go on?
I think they're going to be okay, honestly.
I think she'll move.
I do, too.
I do. And I know it's quick, and I know they've been together for a short period of time. Man, they love each other. Mm-hmm. I remember just seeing, they would tag us in Instagram photos. They were constantly out together.
Yeah. All right, if you want to go to the Gravediggers Ball VIP style, get your chance to meet Macklemore. We've got Trick or Treat for a VIP seat coming up here at 7:20. Hang with us.
Kiss 95.
Gosh, I mean, if you go to South Park and you don't stop at Diamonds Direct this Friday or Saturday, you're really missing out. They are showing the entire Takori collection straight from the Takori Design Studios in California.
And this isn't just an event where you can get an engagement ring. Takori does fashion jewelry, too, and every girl wants to be a Takori girl.
That is true.
Is that right? I'm a Takori girl
In
in
a
a
Takori
Takori world. It's fantastic.
It's definitely not plastic. So listen, if you get a Takori diamond ring, you could get a free travel voucher, $1,000, $2,000, up to $5,000 in free travel vouchers. You get a diamond ring and a free trip.
Learn why every girl, guys, wants to be a Takori girl. Let Diamonds Direct take care of your honeymoon. How great is that with a travel voucher up to $5,000 in value?
Go see our friends at Diamonds Direct. I'll probably see you there. They're on Sharon Road across from the South Park Mall. Hey, it's LauRen from the Maney, Ryan, LauRen.
Yeah, we can walk them all. Yeah.
Kelly writes into us on Facebook and says, OMG, the MRL Morning Show is giving away a chance to meet John Bellion and Macklemore.
That's correct.
What do I have to do? She wants to know.
It's called VIP. No, it's called Trick or Treat for a VIP seat. Here's how this is going to work. We're going to be looking for caller number 9 right now at 704-570-9595. You get tickets to the show, but you're going to come into the studio Friday, and we have 4 trick-or-treat buckets.
Mm-hmm.
Inside of each bucket is either a trick, which could be something living, something scary,
something
gross and awful, or it's going to be a treat. It's the VIP experience where you get to hang out in VIP, get close up to the stage, get to meet John Bellion, meet Macklemore. Money can't buy this, clearly.
It's really the way to go to the Gravediggers Ball, October 28th, uptown. Now, if you don't win, we invite everyone to make sure they're listening 7 a.m. Friday morning, because you're going to hear the grossness that is the tricks in these containers when our friends do the trick-or-treat for the VIP seat, okay? 704-570-9595. Call now. Good luck from the MRL Morning Show.
It's time to trick-or-treat for the VIP seat. We are looking for caller number 9. You get tickets to Gravediggers Ball October 28th at Uptown Charlotte. On top of that, you get to be in studio Friday. Hello, who's this?
Hello, it's Anessa.
Anessa, where are you calling from?
Indian Trail.
Anessa, what are you doing Friday morning?
I am coming there.
That you are. You're going to be reaching your hand inside this jack-o'-lantern we have in here. And you're going to be feeling maybe something living, maybe something gross. Maybe it's the VIP experience.
Awesome.
So 4 contestants. We now have 3. Tomorrow at 7:20, one last contestant is going to put themselves up here Friday morning. What kind of work do you do, Anessa, that you're okay to be a little late on Friday?
I am an occupational therapy assistant.
Good. Everybody could wait till after 8.
I like that you just put her on blast. Like maybe she didn't want it out there. She was calling in sick.
Yeah, she's calling in sick for the day.
Believe me, don't do that. You're going to be on the radio, highlighted in our best stuff throughout the years. All right, Anessa, we'll see you Friday morning. Hopefully you're not too squirmish.
Perfect. Maybe just a little, but I'll be fine.
You'll be fine, because you know what? You may be the one that reaches in and gets the VIP.
Exactly. That's all worth it.
Thanks, Anessa. Make sure you're listening Friday morning at 7 a.m. You're going to hear some Fear Factor Radio.
Now your celebrity gossip. It's the Dirty on the 30 with LauRen. Sponsored by Sona Med Spa. Kiss 95.1.
So J-Lo and A-Rod, they're taking the relationship to the next level, and people are saying, listen, slow down, girl.
J-Rod.
J-Rod, that's what you're calling him. Okay, so J-Lo is selling her $27 million Manhattan deluxe penthouse apartment. I don't even want to call it an apartment because it's like a mansion in the middle of a building. But her and A-Rod are trying to find a place together. And people are saying, maybe you should just keep your place and you can still find a place with him, but don't sell it because if anything happens, you can be up the creek. If you were a big fan that was devastated by the news that Chip and Joanna were leaving HGTV, not so fast. Don't get that upset because my sources are telling me that they might be shopping and they could end up on another network.
It's never the same.
You don't think so?
It's never the same when a show goes to another network. Ask Conan.
Yeah.
Speaking
you're right.
of
networks, by the way, did you see Megyn Kelly on her hour for today? Her ratings are down 32%, and she's taking people with her. Now, Kathy Lee and Hoda are both down 26%.
Well, she was the lead-in for them.
Yeah. So they're not so happy with her, but the network says that they know when a new show comes, ratings fluctuate a little bit, so they're just waiting for those to steady out now.
You hear that, bosses? Ratings fluctuate, and when new shows come on like ours, sometimes they go down.
People still know who Megyn Kelly is,
Right.
and that's a good thing. She just might not get the ratings.
Sometimes you need time.
Why are you two yelling?
I don't know.
We're just talking to you.
All right.
We're just talking to you, LauRen.
And if you've been following this whole Harvey Weinstein drama, his wife is now jumping ship. She's announced that she is leaving him as well. Angelina Jolie and Gwyneth Paltrow both came out and spoke against him this week as well. Angelina Jolie even saying that Brad Pitt had to pull him aside on the red carpet and say, "You don't pull that stuff with my wife."
Well, I wouldn't pay for that audio.
I know, man.
That is your journey.
I just thought of something. 30 minutes ago or so, we had CBS Meridith and Ryan on the phone. We hooked them up back in May, and Ryan said that he's got to move back to Seattle. And if Ryan and Meridith move back to Seattle, we lose 2 listeners.
Oh.
So now I don't want that to happen.
I know.
Before I was into it because it's true love.
I know. I want them to be happy. They can listen on the app.
Oh, gosh. See that, bosses? We're now losing listeners. Just give us more time. Give us more time. Let's play Can't Beat LauRen. 704-570-9595. She's got 12 wins. Call now. Take her down.
Hey, want presented by Time Warner Spectrum on Kiss 95.1.
Amanda, welcome to the Maney, Ryan, LauRen Morning Show.
Good morning, guys. How are you?
We're fantastic. You are playing Can't Beat LauRen today for your shot at Gravediggers Ball tickets, October 28th with John Bellion and Macklemore.
That's exciting. I hope I win.
We do too.
Well, not everyone in the room.
Roy and I
I'm
do.
just kidding.
Roy and I love when LauRen loses because she has a puss on her face for the rest of the day.
Yeah, I do sometimes.
Throw her out of the studio.
All right, LauRen, get out.
I'm going.
All right, LauRen is leaving the studio. Amanda, only you and I can hear these questions.
Question number 1. This DJ, who hosted the BET Awards last night and is famous for I'm the One, gave a shout-out to his son on stage. Who is that?
DJ Khaled.
Question number 2. Miley Cyrus was just on Carpool Karaoke. Who is the host of the popular talk show? Who rides the cars with these singers?
James Corbin.
Say it again. Say that again.
James Corden.
Okay. Question number 3. This Sorry Not Sorry singer just released a trailer for her upcoming documentary, which will be featured on YouTube. Which pop princess are we talking about? Producer Nicole's crush. 3, 2, 1. No answer there, Roy. Reports say that Brad Pitt had words with Harvey Weinstein on the red carpet a couple of years ago about the way Harvey treated Brad's ex-wife. Who is that?
Angelina Jolie.
And it was announced yesterday that Leah Remini will be joining Jennifer Lopez in a romantic comedy called Second Act. What popular New York City-based television series did Remini star on alongside Kevin James?
King of Queens.
Okay, come on in, LauRen.
LauRen, Amanda got 4 correct.
Okay.
All right, let's see how she does, Amanda.
All right.
This DJ who hosted the BET Awards last night gave a shout-out to his son while on stage. Who is this famous I'm the One DJ we're talking about?
DJ Khaled.
That is correct, 1-1, and he also shouts out his son every single day on Snapchat. It says that he's a god.
Can you please answer the way we would like you to answer? How would you say DJ?
DJ Khaled.
There you go.
We the best music.
Question number 2. Miley Cyrus was just on the Carpool Karaoke. Who is the host of that popular talk show segment who rides the cars with them?
James Corden.
That is correct. It is 2-2.
This Sorry Not Sorry singer just released a trailer for her upcoming documentary that's going to be featured on YouTube. Which pop princess are we talking about?
Demi Lovato.
That is correct. Unfortunately, Amanda did not have an answer for that one. It's 3-2.
Now you know it, right, Amanda?
Yeah, it just wasn't coming to my head.
That's what happens. Sometimes your brain don't think.
That's
Reports
right.
say Brad Pitt had words with Harvey Weinstein on the red carpet a few years ago about the way Weinstein treated Brad's ex-wife. Who is that?
Angelina Jolie.
That is correct. It's 4-3.
Although I have a feeling Angelina Jolie could probably kick Harvey Weinstein's butt better than Brad Pitt could. It was announced yesterday that Leah Remini is going to be joining J-Lo in a romantic comedy called Second Act. What popular New York City-based TV show did Remini star on alongside Kevin James?
Kevin James is King of Queens, I think.
That is correct. Final score 5-4. LauRen, you got 13 wins.
Building up quite a little number there, LauRen.
Amanda.
He's on a streak.
I know. I'm sorry. But you know what I want to hear before we let you go today?
Yeah. My name's Amanda, and I'm from Statesville, and unfortunately, I can't beat LauRen.
Thanks for playing, Amanda. You can still buy your Gravediggers Ball tickets, by the way, for John Bellion and Macklemore, but make sure you get them before Friday because I think the ticket prices are going up.
Oh, okay. Well, thanks, guys. Have a great morning.
Thanks, you too, Amanda.
Coming up next with the Maney, Roy, and LauRen Show.
So nice to say the word Amanda without being like, Amanda! Like my wife.
Your wife?
Yeah. Like my wife calls me Steven, and it's never nice. It's always like, Steven!
And that always throws me off because we call you Maney here.
I know.
So let's give away free cash, $1,000 Kiss Cash code. That's coming up less than 20 minutes from now.
But before that, let's take your confessions. After all, it is Confession Wednesday. What's on your mind? What do you want to get off your chest? You feel guilty about something? Maybe it's something funny. Maybe it's something serious. We'll take it all.
Yes, that's coming up here in less than 10.
When I wake up...
And go to parlapasta.com to find a retailer near you.
Hey, so we moved to a new neighborhood, LauRen, and Dean's got a whole new gaggle, a whole new flock of friends. And it's awesome. He loves it. But the kids rotate. Welcome to suburban life. They go from one house to the next.
Always.
And yesterday was kind of wet outside, so the kids ran into the house all over the rug. Amanda's due back on Friday. You know who's coming today?
Are they really?
Zero Res to the rescue to clean the rugs. And they're going to do the carpets upstairs because you get 3 rooms on a great deal right now.
You really do. But Zero Res is going to be in my house today, too.
Oh, my God. What time?
2 o'clock.
Oh, they're coming to me first.
Oh.
Thank God. They'll be at your house for hours.
All right, so if you want that amazing deal, you can call Zero Res today, and they're going to hook you up with 3 rooms pre-treated and sanitized for just $119.
Yeah, trust us when we tell you Zero Res is the way to go. Don't rent the machine from the store. Don't use anybody else who has the word chem in their name. Zero Res, ZeroResCharlotte.com.
Fall pumpkin flavor.
Kidda, technology that saves lives. Jim Slade, Kiss Traffic.
Make sure you join AJ at Moorhead's Tavern Multicultural Party October 14th. It's going to be their biggest party to date. Party with some of the best DJs in the country, including Kiss 95.1's DJ Q1. Also, there's going to be free glow sticks to add to the fun.
Cool. Confession Wednesday. We'll take your confessions right now at 704-570-9595. In this segment, you're going to hear from Anonymous in Statesville, who may or may not have just done something, and she's very guilty about it. And also, you'll hear from someone who's a nurse and lets a dying cancer patient do something. That's coming up in 10 minutes.
Your confessions free of charge. Get those skeletons out of your closet. Call KISS 704-570-9595.
This is the part of the show. It's been rated by so many bloggers across the Queen City as the best segment in all of Charlotte radio. It's where people call in and tell a secret that they've been holding on to. It could be something heavy, could be deep and dark, could be something light and funny.
Yeah, the thing with this segment is that you guys do all the heavy lifting. It's like we sit back for a change. You know what I mean? So if you have a confession, you want to get something off your chest, give us a shout, 704-570-9595. It could be serious or maybe a little less serious, like Anonymous in Statesville, Roy.
Anonymous?
Hello, Anonymous. Are you there?
Yeah.
Welcome to Confession Wednesday. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, no, your phone is terrible.
Yeah, were you on speakerphone or something? Yeah,
Let's take it off.
Yeah, can you take us off speakerphone? Oh,
Oh,
you
it's
took
off
us
now?
off.
Oh.
I can't believe how bad this is.
Producer Nicole, did you hear that when you answered the phone? No.
Hello?
Oh,
Hey!
Here we go.
You sounded really far away before, but we can hear you now.
Good, that's good.
Did you have the phone upside down?
Probably...
That's what it sounded like. All right, go ahead.
All right, I have a confession. So me and my husband are supposed to be on a diet, and I may or may not work at Dunkin' Donuts, and I may have had 2 or 5 donuts.
They're so good.
They are. They're so good. My favorite is the Boston cream, and we definitely have, the Halloween ones this time of month. So they're all so pretty, and it's hard not to eat them all.
We know.
I like that she said 2 or 5.
Yeah, Dunkin' has always been a proud sponsor of the MRL Morning Show, so we know how delicious those donuts are. Let's go around the room real quick. Favorite donut, LauRen?
I guess chocolate glaze.
Okay, Roy?
I like the chocolate, but with cream filling, not the, like the
What color cream?
It's very, very white. It's like icing. It's like icing filling.
Okay.
Vanilla headlight.
There we go. Thank you.
Of course, Roy has the one that nobody knows about, but the donut expert who we happen to have on the phone. And my favorite is the sugar jelly. You really don't get a better donut.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That was my dad's favorite.
So, well, I'm about his age.
This time of year, it's called Vampire's Delight.
Ooh, love it.
Because it's red. Yeah.
What Dunkin' do you work at?
The one on Davison, on Denton Street.
Great. Everybody go in there and say hi to Anonymous, but shh, don't say what she did. She doesn't want her husband to know. Thanks a lot for calling.
Nobody say anything.
Okay.
Thank you. You guys have a good morning.
Hey, make sure you wipe the cream from your face when you go home.
People are going to be walking in there like, all right, which one of you is anonymous?
Do you remember we had a confession a while back? And by the way, we'll take more confessions at 704-570-9595. Do you remember a while back there was a husband and wife who were having a contest to see who would lose the most weight, and the wife would wake up in the morning and put like the powder that makes you gain weight in his
like creatine.
I do remember that.
Like in his smoothie. He thought he was drinking a healthy smoothie, but she was building it with muscle builder.
She
Do you
wanted to
remember that?
win.
No.
Yeah, that was a good one. And this one was also another one that stands out for us on Confession Wednesday. If you guys remember this, listen, if you haven't heard it, it was pretty crazy.
I work in a nursing facility, and so a lot of, most of my patients are geriatrics. And I was working with a gentleman who was in his 80s, and he was dying of cancer. And everyone loved this gentleman, and he was always very flirty with me. And one day I was taking him back to his room, and he basically started touching me.
Ooh.
And I was like, whoa, what are you doing, It was very out of character. And he was like, well, I just think you're beautiful. And I went home later and I thought about it, and I'm like, this guy's dying, And so I decided to kind of let him touch me a little bit.
Whoa.
I let him kiss me. I let him touch my breast, see my breast, touch my skin,
How old was he?
He was in his 80s. I want to say 87.
I mean, I'm giving you a round of applause because you are a solid American.
You granted a dying man's last wish.
How many minutes after he touched your breast did he die? 2?
You had a heart attack.
Yes, that's what I'm thinking.
It just scared me a little bit because he was just so, I don't know, like euphoric maybe.
Yeah, did he ever ask for it again?
No, but I think he would have because he went home with hospice and he didn't have another opportunity.
Did you feel weird doing it, like letting him do this to you?
Yes, of course it was weird, but I'll be honest with you, I get approached a lot by older men. I'm very, I'm buxom, and I'm curvy, and they seem attracted to me. And, they're still sexual beings. Just because they're old, they don't stop being sexual. So, I've been kissed before and other things,
But no money has ever been exchanged.
No.
Okay.
No.
And you're not like trying to get into this guy's will, right?
No.
On her job evaluation, it says she goes over and beyond for her patients.
Okay, Anna Nicole, we'll talk to you later. Thanks.
All right.
Thanks for your confession.
It's Confession Wednesday. Get those deep, dark secrets. Thanks for starting your day with the Maney, Roy, and LauRen Morning Show. This is Beasley Media Group's Kiss 95.1.
So you have about 10 minutes to get that code word. Text it to 40772. It's the KISS Cash Code. We're giving away so much money. Your next shot to win is 11 a.m. as we do it all day today. But we're right dab in the middle of Confession Wednesday here on the Maney, Roy, and the Ram Morning Show.
Got a confession? Give us a call, 704-570-9595. Judgment-free zone, and whatever you want to confess is on the table for you. You can be anonymous, of course.
Right, and we even have an anonymous from Charlotte on the MRL Morning Show. Hello.
Hi.
Hey.
What's your confession, anonymous?
So I'm a freshman in college, and this girl that I used to be friends with is a junior in high school. So she thinks that I have all the time in the world to hang out with her when I'm going to college for nursing and I have a job and I have stuff to do outside of school.
Uh-huh.
So she got mad and she didn't want to be friends with me anymore. And I was like, okay, fine. And then she decided to apologize for what she did. And during the time when she wasn't our friend, me and my best friend were cleaning my room. And there was a water bottle in there that had been sitting in there for a while, and it had this workout stuff in it, and it was all at the bottom. So we got her toothbrush that she left at my house, cleaned the water bottle, and put it back. And when she apologized and came over to stay the night, the next morning she brushed her teeth with it, and me and my best friend got a kick out of it. Yeah.
You never told her?
Nope. We're not friends anymore either.
Yeah, but not.
It's got to be hard, though, to be a freshman in college and hang out with a junior in high school. I mean, they're on two completely separate mental levels, Anonymous.
Yeah, I mean, my boyfriend's a senior in high school, but she just thinks that I have all the time in the world to hang out with her. And when we were fighting, she had cheated on my cousin, and I got in the middle of it, and she was really, really rude about it, and then she brought my family into the argument.
Wow. Yeah, that's okay. We don't need any more. I mean, you hooked us up with the toothbrushes, the confession. That was great. Thank you for sharing.
You know, a lot of friendships do that, by the way. Like, they think that you should be bending over backwards to be able to hang out with them.
Yeah, what's up with people's phones that do
Our
that?
phones are crazy.
I've noticed that certain phone lines do the beeping, certain phones don't.
Maybe it's our phones.
Yeah, we've looked. We have a confession. We have no idea why the phone beeps like that.
Yeah. This is Anonymous in Gastonia. You are on the Maney, Roy, and the Ryan Morning Show.
Hi.
Hi.
What's your confession?
Well, I had one of my best friends and neighbor. I knew about an affair that she was having for around over a year, and I begged her, stop, don't do it. As a family, you're going to get caught, blah, blah, blah. I didn't listen. So she got caught, lost her job. The guy she was having an affair with lost his job also.
Wait. Did losing the job have anything to do with the affair?
Yeah.
You can get fired for that?
Yes.
So they must have a public official or like a community
Well, I
job,
guess
right?
if people found out, I mean, they could, if there's a clause in your contract.
I like how that's what we get hung.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean?
But who would sign that clause? Like,
we
okay,
did.
It's up
We
for
did.
interpretation. Exactly. If you bring like moral shame to your company, then they could fire you.
All right.
Well, needless to say, it was like school system related.
Okay.
And so I'm still the only one that knows, and it drives me crazy because people, when it all happened, they're like, oh, poor thing, you lost your job, this, and this.
Oh, shoot, we're losing her. You know what? It's a bad phone day today, and you can't have Confession Wednesday with a bad phone day.
That's true. You cannot. Hey, if anybody ever wants to know if we're live, proof. Boom.
Right there.
Right there.
I mean, we just lost. She just started fading out.
I know.
8:10.
Yeah. All right.
Still to come.
We'll do it again next week. Confession Wednesday on the MRL Morning Show.
We talked about how Angelina Jolie is caught up in this Harvey Weinstein scandal. I'll tell you about that and how much she's spending for her kids to go trick-or-treating. This is an astronomical number, in my opinion, but I'll get you all caught up. Coming up in the Dirty in 10 minutes.
Kiss 95. This is Charlotte's Morning Show. Maney, Roy, and LauRen. Kiss 95.1.
Today is so many days. Like, you know how it's National Crush a Can Day, so I sat on a can a couple weeks ago?
Yeah.
How could we forget?
Give me a second. There's so many. Today is International Day of the Girl.
Oh, go LauRen!
Yay!
It all began in 2011 when the United Nations declared October 11th as International Day of the Girl. The goal is, of course, to better women's lives, providing opportunity. And this is cool because Saudi Arabia just about 2 weeks ago allowed women to drive for the first time.
No way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I think you were out that day. We talked about that.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
That's a big deal over there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know we run the world.
You need to. We need more women.
There's a
running
whole
the
song
world.
about it.
Who do you think runs the relationship, Beyonce or Jay-Z?
I think Jay-Z thinks he runs the relationship, but Beyonce really does.
I agree with that statement.
Today is also National Coming Out Day.
What?
The day is meant to celebrate sexual identity and gender expression, as well as raise awareness of issues and hardship amongst the LGBTQ community. 1988 was the first official coming out day. So Nicole's already out.
Yeah. Still working on it.
With a hot girlfriend. Today's Emergency Nurses Day. I told you there was a ton, you guys. And it gets better.
We spoke to some nurses this morning, too, because Roy has E. coli.
I told my wife that yesterday. She goes, Steven, you're not going into work tomorrow. I go, it's not that kind.
It's the other.
Right.
And it's nasty.
It's not the airborne kind. Today is It's My Party Day. It's just a day to celebrate your life. So at lunch today, just get whatever you want and do whatever you want.
Good.
I like it.
I love that, man. You know, I'm all about rewarding yourself and taking care of yourself and treating yourself. You know, there's sometimes you just need to go out and get a little retail therapy.
You need to. Absolutely.
Amen. Can you talk to my husband?
I will.
My retail therapy's at Lowe's, but...
Whatever, dude. Whatever.
Yeah. Does that count?
Yeah.
Do you think the fact that today's National Sausage Pizza Day has anything to do to tie into National Coming Out Day?
Oh, my God.
That was producer Nicole's joke. She said that this morning. I'll give her credit. But it is National Sausage Pizza Day. What's the one topping on a pizza that you will not eat? Mine's anchovies.
Ooh.
Or pineapple. I don't like pineapple on pizza.
My husband's not salty and sweet together either. For me, what don't I like on pizza? Anchovies, I guess, or black olives. I don't like black olives on mine either.
That's good.
That's good.
But
I missed one once because I was like you. I would take them off. I missed one. I ate it, and I'm like, damn, this is good. It
I
was an
like
accident.
olives. I just don't want them on my pizza.
Yeah, no, I'm the seafood. No seafood on my pizza. Yeah.
Okay. All right, happy Everything Day, you guys. I mean, it's a ton of things to celebrate today.
Now your celebrity gossip. It's the Dirty on the 30 with LauRen. Sponsored by Sona Med Spa. Kiss 95.1.
So Angelina Jolie came out and said that she had a run-in with Harvey Weinstein back in 1998, and that her ex-husband, Brad Pitt, even pulled him aside on a red carpet and was like, hey, bro, you are not going to pull that with my wife. Some other people that have come out, Gwyneth Paltrow also said that she has had a run-in with him, too. And Harvey Weinstein's wife is jumping ship, and she is now leaving him as well.
Man, oh, man.
Well, audio was released of it, and it's not good.
Yeah,
it's
no.
not good.
It's definitely not good.
And you know what? That's just... It's been going on since like 2006 or something like that. A report came out, right? You said that, LauRen.
Yeah, there was a...
Or even in the 90s.
Yeah, there was a reporter who said that she wrote a article on it, and her editor basically like brushed it off and was like, no, we're not going to run this. But she could have broke the story 10 years ago, she said.
Ladies, don't put up with it.
No.
Say something.
Or men. You never know.
Guys, too. Roy, you were 100% right. That was very sexist of me. Sorry, ladies.
So there were rumors floating around that Dakota Johnson and John Hamm were dating, that they were seen out with having a couple cocktails, but they have recently said that, no, we're just friends. These are just rumors. So just in case you were getting excited about a new
there's no
couple.
really any new couple alerts.
Yeah.
Katy Perry and Orlando Bloom back on again?
They were for a minute.
Yeah, but you haven't seen any pictures of them.
Okay, so if you are a football fan, maybe you noticed during Monday night's game that the Vikings, when they were playing the Bears, the Vikings quarterback was calling out audibles, and people thought he was screaming Bieber. Listen to this.
Bieber!
He's definitely yelling out Bieber. That is great.
Beaver or Bieber? We don't know.
Bieber.
Now I'm hearing Beamer, like
See?
the car.
And that's what I thought, too. I also heard Beamer, so...
Let's just say it was Bieber.
Because, you know, there's categories, like when they call audibles, like sometimes it's a female's name, or if you hear a car, or, you know, a brand of car, or whatever. So, but I like Bieber better.
Selena!
Yeah.
Bieber!
Any celebrity.
Scooter Braun!
What's trending? What should everybody have? What does LauRen like?
All right, so I don't just...
Wait, should that be a thing where we like...
Yell it.
Yeah. What
Try it
does
again.
LauRen like?
I don't like this. I love this. All right, so there is a cooler cannon that will throw you a beer. I think this is the coolest thing ever, no pun intended. But it happens with an app on your phone, so there's a remote control that you can have. Yep, exactly. But you'll be the coolest person at the tailgate, for sure. But it'll throw you a 12-ounce can.
That's cool.
From the cooler. And they're taking pre-orders right now, too. So a little splurge. Probably run you about $200, honestly.
But you're the coolest guy at the tailgate.
Yeah.
Man.
And you have this
you
thing.
hurt somebody.
It doesn't throw it too far.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I love it. And we'll have the link up for you at kiss951.com.
Great. Thank you, LauRen.
That's your dirty.
When we come back, we're going to hook you up with a brand new 60-second chit-chat. Roy was sick yesterday, so the 60-second chit-chat is when the three of us try and call a place that shouldn't help us and should hang up on us immediately, and we try and see if we can keep them on for 60 seconds. With Roy being sick, we called pet stores.
And find out why one store told me to go see a veterinarian.
You're literally talking to the guy, and he's like, you got to go to a vet.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. It's coming up in 7 minutes.
Hey, want to get... This is Charlotte's Morning Show. Maney, Roy, and LauRen. Kiss 95.1.
Of course we are. And in case you are wondering about the Gravedigger's Ball, it's coming October 28th featuring Macklemore and John Bellion. It's going to be a huge party uptown as usual. October 28th. Tickets on sale at kiss951.com. Or you can win them tomorrow morning at 7:20.
Yes, with something called Trick or Treat for a VIP seat. Now, make sure you're listening tomorrow at 7:20 for your chance to win this VIP experience. We're going to have winners in the studio reaching into a jack-o'-lantern. Inside could be something living, scary, disgusting, or it could be the VIP experience. Either way, you got to reach your hands in to find out. That goes down Friday, but make sure you're listening tomorrow morning so you could be in the studio.
So this segment we call the 60-second chit-chat. And the idea is for the three of us to call a store or a location that has nothing to do with what we're calling about to see if we can keep the person on the other line on the phone for at least 60 seconds. Yesterday, Roy was sick, so we called pet stores to see if they would help Roy get better. And here's the results from the 60-second chit-chat.
Good morning, this is Elise. How can I help you?
Yes, ma'am. I was wondering if you guys could help me track down a product.
Okay, sure.
I have a cold, and someone told me to get chamomile tea. I think that's what it's called.
For an animal?
Do you not care about humans as much as you care about animals?
We just don't sell human stuff here.
Oh, okay. I didn't know maybe y'all had like something against flesh and humans. But what should I do? I don't know what to do. I got a cold, and I don't know where to go.
I think that you should probably call like CVS or your doctor.
Okay.
I didn't think of that.
Roy only lasted 42 seconds, LauRen.
Oh, I think this is the first week that Roy did not last for a minute. Yeah.
All right, let's see how I do calling another pet store asking how to handle our friend Roy. By the way, Roy is on all of the calls because he's our bait.
Thank you for calling Southside. How may I help you?
Yeah, hey, who am I speaking with?
Amber?
Hi, Amber. How you doing?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
By the way, what kind of voice is that I put on?
I don't know.
Well, let me hear it again.
Like, hey, hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
My buddy here, he's got a cold.
Hey, how's it going?
You hear it?
Eeyore.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not feeling so well.
What's your cure for the common cold?
In most people, a real hot shower would work.
Right.
And in the case of that, because that'll break up your congestion, you might want to take daytime sinus medication. It'll help it drain and break.
That's not a bad idea. I thought maybe you might know since y'all do pet stuff.
Is your friend okay with the taste of teas?
You like tea, bud?
Well, I see it in the alphabet. I've never had it in...
Not the letter, the drink.
Oh, no. I've never... Yes, I like it.
Or in my coffee, and I'll just do a low amount of cream because the cream will set wrong on your stomach if you do too much.
Right, so I need a chamomile and tea, and I need some...
What I need to do is get him out of my apartment, you know?
Do y'all do boarding?
No, unfortunately, we don't.
Oh, you can't board my friend?
No.
Oh, that's too bad. All right, he's going to come in for his shots, though, okay?
Oh, okay.
All right, thank you. She was smitten with us. Roy.
Yeah, she loved you guys. She wasn't hanging up that phone.
Now, LauRen, you
Yes.
call a pet store
Mm-hmm.
with Roy's help again, of course. And what's the interesting thing about this call that we should all listen out for?
They told me to take Roy to a vet.
Thanks, Price Plus. This is Courtney. How may I help you?
Hey, Courtney. I have a question.
Yes.
Do your dogs ever get sick there?
Excuse me?
Do your dogs ever get sick? Like, do any of the animals ever get sick?
Like at the store?
Well, my buddy's sick, and
Hey, how's it going?
Hi, how are you?
Thought maybe you could help.
Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Because they're baked and 100% all natural. Well, that's even more amazing than taking down old Harvest.
Can I help you?
hi, who am I speaking with?
George.
George?
Yes.
Do you know what to do for a sick little buddy?
Like, what do you mean sick?
Like my buddy, he's got a bad cough.
Yeah, I'm not feeling so hot.
Okay, well, actually, we're not a vet, so we're not supposed to tell you how to fix it, so you actually have to take them directly to a vet.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe you guys were would be able to help us. I was
Yeah.
thinking about just putting him down.
Unfortunately, ma'am, I cannot make that decision for you.
I feel like I have rights.
And you have to go to a vet in order for them to do that for you, okay?
Well, can he tell you his symptoms?
No, ma'am. I'm not a vet.
You're not a vet?
No, we're not.
Okay, well, if I'm having a hard time breathing.
Again, sir, you need to go to a vet.
I thought I
cannot help you.
saw y'all had like ointments in there or something.
Sir, again, you need to go to a vet. Unfortunately, I cannot help you.
I should take him to a vet. You should just take your friend to a vet or to talking dog.
He heard Roy talking to him.
Yes.
I know.
And I said, I'm sick. I'm the one sick.
Not a doctor. You need to go to a vet, Roy.
My gosh.
Coming up next with the Maney, Roy, and LauRen Show.
Anyway, congratulations to LauRen and myself for winning this week's 60-second Chit Chat. We'll do it again next week. We'll see who stands on the line longest. Up next, though, it's a simple question that someone put on their Facebook, and we stole it. And it has to do with your significant other and how much you should love your significant other. Is there a level of unhealthy love? We'll discuss coming up here in just about 9 minutes.
Kiss 95.1.
I get up with you guys every single morning, and I don't think I'd be able to make it to work if it wasn't for you guys.
Oh, thank you.
This is Charlotte's Morning Show. Maney, Roy, and LauRen. Kiss 95.1.
Giving away so much money, I don't even think we can afford to pay the bills. $1,000, KISS cash code, doing it every day. 811 1, 4, and 6. Again, your next chance to win that grand is coming up at 11 a.m.
So I'm going to throw a question out there to you guys. We saw this on Facebook. Someone posted and said, my boyfriend of 2 years just told me he's, quote, obsessed with me. Should I be scared or honored?
Obsessed.
And
2 years?
And wait, hold on, because this is going to be part of a bigger discussion. Do you think it's healthy for your significant other to say that they're, quote, obsessed with you? Do you see it as a good thing, or do you see it as like an unhealthy thing? 704-570-9595. Just think about it before you answer.
See, now you have me thinking.
Good. That's what you should do. We'll be back in 3 minutes to discuss further, but get your calls in now at 704-570-9595.
WNKS Charlotte. Thanks for starting your day with the Maney, Roy, and LauRen Morning Show. This is Beasley Media Group's KISS 95.1.
So we were just scrolling through Facebook looking at, what's going on in the world. And somebody posted that should she be nervous that her boyfriend of 2 years just told her that he was, quote, obsessed with her. So should I be honored or scared?
And then scared's the right word.
Concerned?
I don't know if concerned is the right word.
But obsessed is like in the same category as stalk.
Yeah, but here's the thing. If somebody,
Isn't it?
No, hold on. Because if my girlfriends had an outfit that I absolutely loved on, I'd be like, oh, I'm so obsessed with your outfit.
Right. I don't know how obsessed was used.
Right. And, like, I'm so obsessed with you could just be a cute way of saying, like, I'm really into you. I love you. I mean, it's been 2 years, so I think she would know at this point if there was something to be concerned about.
Yeah.
But if they're attached at the hip and she's gone MIA from her friends, because that annoys me more than anything in this entire world, is when people start dating someone new and then they never see their friends again, guy or girl. So if that's the situation and he says he's so obsessed with her, then I think there's reason for concern.
But should we all be obsessed with our significant others? I mean, we're together with them. Are you obsessed with Dallas? Am I obsessed with Amanda? I guess I am.
Wait, it depends on how you use the term obsessed.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm obsessed. Like, I don't need to know, like,
where they are at every given second.
Yeah, like, we have our own friends. We come together and have a common group of friends, too, but
we love our significant others so much that we consider ourselves obsessed with our husbands and our wives?
And I think love and obsessed, like I said, if I'm relating it to, like, oh, my God, my girlfriend has this outfit on I'm obsessed with. I love it. They're used interchangeably. Is that weird?
Roy, you're in the dating world.
Do you need to know where, let me ask you, do you need to know where Amanda is at any given second?
No.
Okay, then I don't know if that's really obsessed. Because, like, when you have an obsession with someone, you need to be with them or have a part of them with you at every second of every day.
If he's carrying around a lock of her hair, yes, there's
you know what I mean?
That's a crazy obsession. But shouldn't we all be obsessed with our significant others?
We should all love them and be into them and want them and desire them.
And isn't that all an obsession?
I don't know. Why are you a philosophy over here, Mr. Philosophy?
I don't know. This Facebook post got me thinking.
Chelsea and Charlotte, welcome to the Maney, Roy and the Ryan morning show.
Hello, how are you guys?
That doesn't even sound like our morning show in the background. I don't even know what she was listening to.
That was you, Roy. Turn it down so we don't get confused, okay, Chelsea?
Okay, sorry.
What do you think about your significant other using the word I'm obsessed with you? Healthy or unhealthy?
I think it's always good to clarify first, like ask, like, okay, what do you mean obsessed? Because I think it does have such a negative connotation with it that I feel like people use that word and they don't realize, like, oh, that's kind of scary, but what they really mean is I'm in love with you and, like, I want to spend the rest of my life with you. So I think it's good to ask them what they mean by obsessed first.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Listen, it was just a Facebook post, and a lot of people were commenting on it, saying, oh, how sweet, putting hearts and stuff. And I guess a lot of her friends knew him. And they're like, oh, he's so adorable. Like, we love him. He's a keeper.
I've been dating for 2 years.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. But I think, like, after time, you know, people forget how to treat their significant other. So to still be in that kind of obsessed phase after so many years is still kind of a good thing, you know?
It's endearing, isn't it, Chelsea?
I think so.
Yeah, I do too.
By the way, the definition of obsessed is to dominate or occupy the thoughts, feelings, or desire of.
That's hot. If I called Amanda right now and I was like, I'll text her and I'll see what she says back.
Oh, this isn't going to go well. Let's welcome Layla from Rockwell as we wait for Maney to ruin his marriage.
She's going to think it's endearing.
Okay.
Hey,
what do you think?
I actually think that it is okay for your partner to be obsessed with you. Some part of it is healthy and some's not, but I think it's okay because that means they will not mess around on you.
Interesting. So you think obsession in your world means that they're not going to cheat on you?
Yes, that's what I think.
Okay.
You got a good one there, I think, with an obsession.
This is Alfonso in Charlotte. Welcome to the Maney, Roy and the Ryan morning show.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, bud.
We're just figuring out the world, dude. There's a lot of problems outside these doors, politically, economically, but not here. We need to know if using the word obsession in a relationship is a good thing or a bad thing.
Yeah. So I don't think it's a bad thing. I mean, if she felt that way, maybe it might have been portrayed in like a weird way, I think. But like I don't think he meant like obsession in a way like he has like pictures of her all over his wall, like blinking and stuff like that. I don't think it's creepy or anything. But it's like I feel because I'm personally like I feel like I'm obsessed with my girl, but it's not like to the point where it's like I'm dogging her everywhere she goes, but like when I'm seeing her or when I'm with her, I'm like hyping her up. You know, like dang, you know what I'm talking about? Like I'm just hyping her up. And so I feel like obsessed with your partner should be a good thing, because if you're not, then why are you with that person in the first place? You know.
See, I agree with that.
Okay, but walk down this road with me, because everything right now is puppy dogs and butterflies, and he's obsessed with her because they're in love. But what happens if they break up and this obsession turns
stalker?
Right. Now,
that won't happen.
But if we turn around, was there a red flag there? I watch too many movies, clearly, but
too many Hallmark movies.
Right.
Thanks, Alfonso.
What'd you text your wife?
Nothing back yet. Hey, babe, I'm obsessed with you with a heart.
You think she'll say,
Send one to
that's
Dallas. See what he says. Why are you laughing? What's he going to say?